All right. So last week, we talked about concave and convex mirror. And then in our simple activity last week, that we talked about the difference between the concave and the convex mirror using your spoon. And then in the in the spoon, you will see that there are two faces of the spoon, which is the scoop and the back of the spoon, right? So the scoop is the concave mirror, an example of a concave mirror, and the back of the spoon is an example of a convex mirror. And with that simple activity that we had last meeting, you will see the differences of the image form in a concave and a convex mirror. So first, in a convex mirror, you see that in any position of the object, the image is just the same, okay, which is erect, which is virtual, which is smaller than the size of the object. While in the concave mirror, you will see that there is no consistency in the image that is formed in the concave mirror when you put the object nearer and farther. So there are times that the object or the image disappear. There are times that the image is inverted. There are times that the image is erect and larger. There are times that the image is shorter than the size of the object. So this time, today's lesson, we will going to prove and we will going to investigate further what is an image form in a concave and in a convex mirror in general in the spherical mirror. So we will use the two processes on locating and describing the image form in a concave and in a convex mirror. The first one is the ray diagram, or the graphical way of of getting or describing it. So locating the image of a concave and a convex mirror. But because in a graphical way, this is not that accurate. No, we will going to check our answer using the mathematical way by introducing to you the mirrors equation and the magnifications equation. So first, we will have to talk about first the ray diagrams. Okay, so the ray diagram will be the tool for you to locate using your ruler, using your pencil and a graphing paper for us to describe the image form in a concave and a convex mirror. So let's have the ray diagram. The first ray diagram that we are going to talk is the principal ray. So what is a principal ray? This is a ray parallel to the principal axis and reflect passing the focus. All right. So instead, for example, you will have your concave mirror here. Okay. In your own drawing, please draw it well and clearly. Okay, in my case, I am using the stylus. It's hard for me to draw here. So you will going to draw a concave mirror like this, and then of course, a, a principal line. A principal line, a straight line. Use your ruler. Okay, straight line. Use a ruler, so that it will be just easy for you to draw your image or your there. So second is that you draw, or the third one is you are going to estimate the focal point of the mirror, and of course the center of the curvature from the principal axis, or from the vertex in the principal axis. So this one is the vertex of the mirror. You know it already. We defined this terminologies last 2 weeks ago. And this is, it has a symbol of V, or some in the book, it has a symbol of O. So this one is the vertex O. Now, let's say, for example, this one is your focal point, or your focal, this one is the focal length, the distance of the focus to the vertex. Now, the radius must be equal, no, the length of the focal length and the length of the focus to the center must be equal. So these two must be equal. This one and this one must be equal, the two lengths. So in your drawing, it will be dependent on the focus, or the estimation of the focus will be dependent on the curvedness of your mirror. If your mirror is so curved, just like this, no, taman ka curve, like this, you have to put the focus nearer to the vertex. But if the mirror is quite spread, or not that curve, no, not that curve, you can adjust the focus away from the vertex. So in this case, you have to have a trial and error. But as I said, there is another way to solve it using your mathematical method. So that's why we will just check your answer by and by. So let's say, for example, we put our object right over here, which is farther than the center here. So you put an arrow. An arrow symbolizes the object. Okay. Now, the first ray is a ray parallel to the principal axis and reflect passing the focus. So you use the ruler. You have to draw a straight line going to the mirror there. So it must be parallel to the principal axis. I will change the color into different colors so that you could recognize. Let's say, for example, it's red. Okay. So draw a straight line. There you are. And then it will reflect back passing the focus. So that's it. So that will be your ray number 1. So in drawing class of your ray, your reflected ray must be extended inside the mirror and also extended outside the mirror. Okay, there are some cases that in a position of an object, like for example, in a concave mirror, there are some that it could appear outside the mirror, or it could be real, or it could be virtual. Okay, so i-extend natin in both sides, outside and inside the mirror. So this one will be your first ray, which is the principal ray. A ray parallel to the principal axis and reflect passing the focus. Okay, so it's the first ray. Let's go to the second ray. The second ray is termed as, or is named as, the focal ray. This is just the opposite. This is just the opposite of number 1, which is a principal ray. Here, this is a ray passing the focus and reflect parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so let's have again the drawing. Okay, let's have, for example, your focus is here. Your center is right over here. That must be equal. And let's take, for example, your object is right over here. Now, this is a ray passing the focus and reflect back passing, it is parallel to the principal axis. So let's have here color blue, for example. So a ray, let's draw. But in your case, you use ruler so that you could draw a straight line. So it passed by the focus here. Oh, though wala na siya nag-pass by the focus. So I'll just repeat again my drawing. So it's, I hope that there you are. Okay, pass by the focus, and then it will reflect back parallel to the principal axis. So you use again the ruler to do it so that you could have a straight line, and then parallel, extend inside. So that will be the case now. That will be number 2. So again, a ray passing the focus and reflect parallel beam or parallel to the principal axis. So that's number 2 ray. So we have again the third ray. The third ray, I hope you are following. You will do it in your own by and by. So the third ray will be called as the focal ray. The central ray, I mean. So the central ray. So sa term pa lang a central ray, you will know that this will pass by the center. So a ray passing the center and reflect back to the center. Okay, so let's have to draw a curved mirror and a straight line and your focus and your center, and you will have here your object. Okay, so here a ray passing the center. Okay, let's take example right over here. So let's have a ray passing the center. Let's have the orange one here. Okay. Sige lang, doon mo lang kaya bala lang ka mo magtadlong lang. Hindi kita ka matadlong mo. Then it will reflect back to the center. There, it reflects back to the center. Then extend inside. There you are. So a ray passing the center and reflect back to the center. So that's the central ray. So I hope you are following with my instruction. So if you have a question, you can ask me, okay, if you have questions. Then we will have the last ray. In 2 sections, I only discussed until central ray. I forgot that there is another 4, but because in getting the image, you can use only 2 rays. Pwede ka makagamit ng kang dalawa lang ray, okay? 2 rays only. So here, I will just introduce to you the last ray, which is termed as the last ray. Wait, I am using my okay. 4. It is the vertex ray. So sa term pa lang a vertex ray, you will know it already that it will hit the vertex. Okay? It's the vertex ray. So maigo na din ang ray, ang vertex of the mirror. So let's have, wait, a ray. This one will not point the, wait lang ha, nila. I'm searching for the correct definition. Wait. Okay. The vertex ray is a ray of light directed to the vertex and reflect at equal angle. At equal angle from the principal axis. Okay, so let's have your drawing again. And this one is your vertex. This one is your F, and this one is your C, and you will have it here. Yeah. So a ray that will here a ray of light that is directed to the vertex, There you are. And then it will reflect back in an equal angle from the principal axis. Mine is not equal. I have to make it equal. There you are. And then extend it inside. There you are. So a ray is directed towards the vertex and reflect at equal angle from the principal axis. So I hope that everything is clear with you. So let's try one position, which is this one. So in your activity that I have given to you, I already downloaded the activity in our Google Classroom. You will see there that I made a table. No, I made a table, that this table that you're going to fill up. Okay, first we have the location of object. We have the location of image. We have the kind of image. We have the position. We have the size of the image. So in the kind, we are going to decide whether it is a virtual or a real. You know already that a real image is formed outside the mirror and a virtual image is formed inside the mirror. And in the position, you're going to refer whether it is inverted or upright or erect, no? Erect and upright is just the same. And then on the size, it may be same size, reduced, or enlarged. So let's say, for example, we have there here location of the object. This is in a concave mirror, okay? Concave, yeah. Because in a concave mirror, you have observed that the image that is formed is actually not the same all throughout when the object is placed in front of the mirror. So kung islanta ang distance of the object in front of the mirror, you will see that you have also different images form, different kind of images form in a concave mirror. So here we will test the following locations. The first location is, let's try beyond C, which is beyond the center. We will try at the center, at C, and then between C and the focus, at F, and between F and the vertex. Okay, so what will be the kind of image? Where can we find the image, and what is the position and the size if the object is located at this following positions or locations? I mean, beyond C, at C, between C and F, at F, between F and O. So in your activity, you are going to draw it in terms of the ray diagram, and then you are going to assign values for your focus and then for the distance of the object using the ruler. and then you solve it using the mirrors equation that we will be discussing by and by, and then you check your answer. So you will see that in our activity. So here I will give you an example that if the object is located beyond C, okay, so let's try to figure out what kind or what is an image form if we will put an object beyond C. So this is now your um this one is the focus, this one is the vertex, and this one is the center. Okay, so you can use one or two rays only, or you can use three if you want. You can use all the four, but one and two can be already good. You can already locate it. Okay, so let's say for example, where is beyond C? So this one is beyond C. Beyond C. This one is you're at C if the object is at the center. This one is between the center and the focus. This one is you're at the focus. So let's have to number this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is number 1 location, number 2 location, number 3, number 4. And this one is the 5th location, which is between the focus and the vertex. It's O. Okay, so in our case, we will try to locate first number 1. I will give you an example. That's why I'll give you already there the data for number 1, which is beyond C. Kung makita nyo, if you have already downloaded your activity in our Google Classroom. Okay, so we will going to locate the image beyond C now. Okay, let's try to use number 1. Okay, number 1, it is parallel to the principal axis and it will reflect back passing the center. We will extend inside. All right. And then the second one is that we will use the second one, which is passing the focus, and it will reflect okay. It must be parallel to the principal axis. Mine here is not that parallel because I don't have a ruler and I can't use the ruler using the stylus. And the fourth one, you can use, the third one, you can use your central ray if you want, okay, which is passing wait, it's hard to make it straight. Okay, daw magbudlay, magpatadlong. Daw ray nagulubuhatan niya, no? Na-erase na nga ito nga mirror. Wait. Okay. I hope that this will be straight now. Okay, then it will reflect back. There, it will reflect back to the center. Okay, and the third one will be, the fourth one will be the third ray, the fourth ray, which is, it will be mabudlay. Very budlay. Wait. Okay. This one will be a broken line. Sorry. This must be a broken line. All right. So to decide where is the image form, you have to look at where all the reflected ray meet. Tanan yung reflected ray nag-meet na in one point. And you will see, and I can see here that it actually meet, or they meet at a certain point. Let's take, for example, here is your ray. So this one is the point, class. So you draw a broken line and an arrow. So the arrow must be from the principal axis to the point where all the reflected ray. Again, all the reflected ray meet. Okay? All the reflected ray meet. So we can now describe the image. So where did we find the image? So the image is located here between the center and the focus. So therefore, we will going to fill up here between C and F. So we found the image between C and F. Now, what kind of image is formed? You will see that all of the reflected ray meet at or outside the mirror, not inside. If you're going to extend all the reflected ray inside the mirror, it was scattered. And outside, it forms at a single point. So definitely, this one is a real image. Okay? And this also will prove that the real image will always form an inverted image. Okay? So what is the position of the image? You will see that it is inverted. This one, opposite Idana. So that will be inverted. So an inverted image is projected because it is real. And what is the size? So if you could see the height of the arrow is right over here, and you will see that there is actually a difference in the height. And you will see that the height reduces. So it will be reduced. So if the object is located beyond C, the image is located between C and F. The kind of image that is formed is real. The position of the image is inverted and the size is reduced. Okay. In your own case, you can use one or a two ray only. Tarwala ka ray pwede rin. Kaya aking inuubos ko lang para makita nyo. Okay, I will give you a hint. From beyond C, from here, okay, from here, from beyond C up to between C and F, you can use only 1 and 2. If you use 3, you can use 1, 2, 4. Okay? Pwede 1, 2, 4. Or you can use 1 and 4 or 2 and 4, but not 3. Okay. Pero in your case, I will just suggest 1 and 2. Okay. From here up to here, you can use only 1 and 3. Okay? Or 1, 3, and 4. Is that clear? You can use that. So 1 and 3. Okay, anurta na kara ang hintra para kaninyo. But if you do your own, you can use this two ray only. You can already locate the image that is formed. So I hope that there is no question. But as I said, in drawing your focus and your center, you have to estimate. So if your drawing cannot coincide, if your findings in the ray diagram will not go inside with your mathematical computation, it simply means there's something wrong with your drawing. Your mathematical computation is accurate, 100% correct, okay? But your drawing must be wrong. So you check your work in your drawing. you adjust the focus or the center. Siguro sa la ang pag-measure mo ka focus ng center. All right? So, we will going to check your work using your ray or your lens or your mirror's equation, I mean, and the magnification equation. So I will make another, by the way, did you have a copy already? You can take a picture if you want. Okay, you can take a picture for the first ray. And then I hope you have already captured it with your cam. Screenshots, please. And then this one for number 2. But I'll be uploading also, I already uploaded the module, but the ray diagram was not stated in the module. I will be uploading a note for this also. And it's the central ray and then the vertex ray. Okay, and this is an example. I hope my drawing is not that clear. I'm so sorry. It's hard to draw in the stylus. All right, so I will just stop this one first. And I will make another meeting for your mathematical computation, and which is more accurate than the graphical way. So this will be your basis. Your mathematical computation will be your guide so that your drawing must be correct. Okay, so I'll make another meeting. Just hold on, please.